Welcome to the world of rare coins. In today's video, we're diving into the Monticello Jefferson Nickels, 5 incredible coins that are not only a piece of US history but also a potential goldmine for collectors. From the ultra-rare 1939 to the valuable 1960, and the highly sought-after 1957, these nickels are packed with surprises. Whether you're an avid collector or just getting started, stick around as we uncover what makes these coins so special, what errors to look for, and why they're worth a lot more than their face value. Let's get started. Number 1. Have you ever thought that a simple 5-cent coin could be worth thousands of dollars? Well, the 1985 Monticello Jefferson Nickel is exactly that kind of coin, an ultra-rare treasure that could be sitting in your collection or even in your pocket right now. Today, we're diving deep into what makes this coin so special, and why it's catching the attention of collectors worldwide. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone who's just curious about rare coins, this video has all the details you need. Stick with us as we explore the key features, the era that makes it valuable, and how you can spot one of these rare gems. The 1985 Monticello Jefferson Nickel features the familiar design of Thomas Jefferson on the front and his Virginia estate, Monticello, on the back. On the surface, it looks like any other nickel, but there's a hidden value in some of them. The key factor that sets this particular coin apart is a double die error, which is a minting mistake where the design is struck multiple times, causing a noticeable doubling effect. This error appears mainly on Jefferson's eye, but can also be seen on the letters of Liberty, or the numbers of the year 1985. It's this slight but significant error that gives this nickel its massive value. So, what should you be looking for when inspecting your 1985 nickels? First and foremost, focus on Jefferson's eye. If you see any signs of doubling, like a blurred or ghosted image around the eye, that's a key indicator of the double die error. Next, take a close look at the word Liberty on the front of the coin. The doubling effect may cause the letters to appear thick or split. Lastly, the mint mark, D, on the reverse, near Monticello, can also show signs of doubling. If you spot any of these characteristics, congratulations, you might have found one of these rare error coins. Now, why is this particular nickel so valuable? The 1985 Monticello Jefferson Nickel with the double die error is highly sought after by collectors because of its rarity. Minting errors are relatively uncommon, and the double die error makes this coin even more desirable. Not only is the coin itself rare, but coins that show minimal wear and clear doubling are especially prized. As the years go by, fewer of these nickels are in circulation, which drives up the demand and, of course, the price. You might be wondering, how much is this coin worth? Well, in the right condition, a 1985 Monticello Jefferson Nickel with the double die error can be valued as high as $48,000. Yes, you heard that right, $48,000. For just a 5-cent coin. That's what makes this error so fascinating. You could be holding onto a nickel worth thousands of times its original face value, just by spotting a small error in the design. So, how do you go about spotting one of these coins? The key is to examine your 1985 nickels closely. If you've got a collection of them, pull them out and start inspecting the fine details. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe for a closer look, especially around Jefferson's eye, the word Liberty, and the mint mark on the reverse. Compare what you see with images of verified double die errors online to make sure you're looking at the real deal. And of course, if you think you found one, it's always a good idea to have the coin authenticated by a professional grader to confirm its value. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever found a rare coin in your collection or in pocket change? What was it, and how did you know it was valuable? Drop a comment below and share your stories with us. In conclusion, the 1985 Monticello Jefferson Nickel with a double die error is an ultra-rare, highly valuable coin that every collector dreams of finding. With its $48,000 price tag, this small 5-cent coin could make a huge impact on your collection. Remember to keep an eye out for those double die errors, because you never know when you might find one of these gems hiding in your change. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Number 2. Welcome to another exciting episode where today we're diving into the world of one of the most sought after and ultra rare coins in American history, the 1939 Monticello Jefferson Nickel. If you've ever thought a simple 5-cent piece couldn't be worth much, think again. This particular nickel, minted in 1939, could be worth a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting to explore the fascinating world of numismatics, this video will give you all the key details on this rare gem. Let's explore what makes this coin so valuable, how to spot it, and why collectors are paying top dollar for it. The 1939 Monticello Jefferson Nickel features a design that has been around since 1938, but there's something unique about the 1939 version. On the front, you have the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. On the reverse, you see Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate. At first glance, this coin may seem just like any other nickel, but when you dive deeper into its details, you'll see why it stands out. What makes the 1939 Monticello nickel so valuable isn't just its design, it's the rarity and the potential errors that occurred during its minting. One of the most famous and sought-after features of this coin is the D mintmark variety, specifically the 1939 D. But what makes this variety special is an error that occurred at the mint, an error that not many people are aware of. Let's talk about the error you should be on the lookout for. In 1939, a few of these nickels were struck with a reverse of 1938 die, which is a mistake that caused a noticeable variation in the coin's reverse design. Normally, Monticello on the reverse of the 1939 nickel should have a specific design, but some 1939 nickels came with a reverse design that was almost identical to the 1938 version. The reverse of 1938 error is what makes this coin so special, and it's incredibly rare. This error shows up on a small percentage of the 1939 nickels, which means if you find one, you've discovered something truly valuable. The 1939 D Monticello nickel with this error can be worth a lot of money. So, how do you know if you've got one? Let's break it down. What to look for when spotting the 1939 D Monticello Jefferson Nickel. 1. The reverse design. The key feature to check is the reverse of the coin. If you compare it to a regular 1939 nickel, the reverse should look slightly different. Specifically, the steps on Monticello should appear different, and the overall detail is often less sharp than a correctly struck 1939 nickel. 2. The mintmark D. If you're looking at a 1939 nickel with a D mintmark, pay close attention to the design details on the reverse. The error coins will have a slightly less defined Monticello, and the difference between the 1938 and 1939 reverse will become apparent. 3. Other condition issues. Coins in excellent condition with minimal wear are worth far more than those that are worn down. So, the better the condition of the coin, the more valuable it becomes. If you can spot the error on a coin that's in near mint condition, you've found a real treasure. Now that you know what to look for, let's talk about why this coin is worth so much. The 1939 Monticello Jefferson Nickel, especially the 1939 D variety with the reverse error, is valuable for a few reasons. First, minting errors like this are extremely rare, and collectors pay a premium for coins with distinctive errors. Second, this coin is over 80 years old, and as time goes on, fewer of these nickels are available in good condition. The combination of rarity, age, and error makes this coin highly desirable in the collector market. So, how much is this rare nickel worth? A 1939 D Monticello Jefferson nickel with the reverse error in high-quality condition can be worth as much as $9,700. Yes, that's $9,700 for a nickel that's worth only 5 cents in face value. When you think about it, this is a perfect example of why coin collecting is such a thrilling hobby. You never know what hidden treasures might be waiting in your collection or your pocket change. Now, let's talk about how to spot one of these rare coins. First and foremost, if you have a collection of 1939 nickels, go ahead and pull them out. Take your time and carefully inspect each one for the key characteristics we discussed. Check the reverse for the design error. Look at the mintmark to see if it's a D, and consider the coin's overall condition. If you have any doubts, it's always a good idea to consult with a professional coin dealer or use online resources to compare your coin to verified examples of the 1939D reverse error. Engagement time. I want to hear from you. Have you ever come across a rare coin, either by accident or while searching through your collection? Let me know in the comments what you found, and if you've ever had any luck spotting a coin with a unique error like this one. What was it, and what did it end up being worth? Share your experiences with us. In conclusion, the 1939D Monticello Jefferson Nickel is one of those rare finds that can turn a regular coin into a $9,700 windfall. With the reverse of 1938 error, this nickel stands out as one of the most valuable and collectible coins in American history. Whether you're just starting out or you're an experienced collector, keeping an eye out for these types of error coins can make your collection not only interesting but potentially worth a lot of money. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more coin tips and info, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our next exciting discovery. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Number 3. Welcome, coin enthusiasts and curious viewers. Today, we're diving into the world of one of the most fascinating and ultra-rare coins ever minted, the 1952 Monticello Jefferson Nickel. If you're a coin collector, this one is going to spark your interest, and even if you're new to the hobby, you'll find this story of history, rarity, and immense value absolutely thrilling. So, whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone simply interested in learning more about this remarkable piece of American history, this video is for you. The 1952 Monticello Jefferson Nickel is part of the iconic series that has featured the image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia estate, on the reverse since 1938. This nickel was produced for years, but today we're focusing on the 1952 variety, particularly the ultra-rare and highly valuable versions that feature a subtle, yet highly significant minting error. At first glance, the 1952 nickel might seem like just another 5-cent piece, but hidden in its design is an error that makes certain examples incredibly valuable. Specifically, we're talking about the rare occurrence of the double die obverse error on some 1952 nickels. This double strike error happens when the coin's design is imprinted onto the surface of the coin twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect in the details of the coin. If you look closely at the obverse, or front side of the coin, you might notice that Thomas Jefferson's face and the word, Liberty, appear doubled. This error happens during the minting process when a coin is struck more than once, creating that visible shift in the design. It might sound like a small flaw, but for collectors, this error is a goldmine. Coins with this type of doubling are highly prized because they are so rare and unique, making them extremely valuable. So, how can you spot one of these ultra-rare 1952 Monticello Jefferson Nickels in your own collection or change? Here are the key features to look for when inspecting your 1952 nickels. 1. Doubling on Jefferson's portrait. Look at Thomas Jefferson's face. The most obvious feature of a double die obverse error is the doubling effect in Jefferson's portrait. The details in his hair, cheek, and nose will appear blurred or slightly off-center. It's subtle but noticeable, especially if you examine the coin closely under magnification. 2. Doubling on the word Liberty. Another critical area to check is the word Liberty on the coin. You might see the letters LIB and R with a slight duplication to the right of the original lettering. This doubling effect is one of the key giveaways that you're looking at a coin with a double die error. 3. Mint mark, D, and the reverse design. While the reverse of the coin, featuring Monticello, doesn't usually show significant error, it's still important to check the mint mark, especially if your coin is a 1952D. Though the reverse isn't generally as prone to doubling, any anomalies or softness in the design could still make the coin interesting to collectors. 4. Condition of the coin. Like any collectible, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins that are well preserved with minimal wear and clear doubling are worth significantly more than those that are heavily circulated or worn down. So, if you're lucky enough to find a well-preserved example with the doubling error, you could be looking at a very valuable piece of history. But why exactly is this error so valuable? Well, the answer lies in the rarity and demand. Minting errors like the double die obverse are rare, and only a small percentage of the 1952 Monticello Jefferson Nickels were struck with this error. As a result, these coins are highly sought after by collectors. Furthermore, the age of the coin and the historical significance of Jefferson and Monticello only add to its desirability. The value of these rare 1952 nickels can be staggering. While a regular, uncirculated 1952 nickel might be worth only a few cents, a 1952 nickel with a double die error can be worth much more. In fact, depending on the condition and the extent of the error, these rare nickels have been known to fetch up to $74,000. That's right, $74,000 for a single coin. It's incredible how something as simple as a minting error can lead to a coin being worth thousands of times more than its face value. Now, you may be wondering how to increase your chances of spotting one of these valuable coins. Here are a few tips to help you. 1. Inspect your coins carefully. If you have a collection of 1952 nickels, take the time to examine each one closely. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to get a better look at the finer details of Jefferson's portrait and the word, Liberty. 2. Check for clear doubling. When you're looking at the coin, pay particular attention to any doubling or blurring in Jefferson's features and the lettering. The doubling may not be extremely obvious to the naked eye, so a closer look is essential. 3. Get your coins graded. If you think you've found a 1952 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a double die error, consider getting it professionally graded by a reputable service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Getting your coin certified can help you determine its value and authenticity, which is crucial when selling or trading rare coins. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever found a coin with a rare error like this? What was it, and how did you spot it? Drop a comment below and share your coin hunting stories with us. We love hearing from other collectors and enthusiasts. In conclusion, the 1952 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the double die error is an incredibly rare and valuable coin. If you happen to find one of these in your collection, you could be holding on to a coin worth up to $74,000. It's a reminder that sometimes, the smallest imperfections in a coin's design can lead to the biggest rewards. Keep an eye out, and who knows, your next find could be worth a fortune. If you found this video informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on future coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Number 4. Welcome to another exciting journey into the world of rare coins. Today, we're focusing on a coin that might seem simple at first glance but holds a hidden treasure, the 1960 Monticello Jefferson Nickel. It's a coin that many overlook, but for coin collectors, it's nothing short of a gem. In this video, we're going to explore what makes the 1960 Monticello Jefferson Nickel so valuable, the key features to look out for, the minting error that can drastically increase its worth, and how you can spot one in your collection. Whether you're an experienced collector or just getting started, this coin has a story to tell, and the potential for big rewards. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about the design of this nickel. The 1960 Monticello Jefferson Nickel features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse. On the reverse, you'll find Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia estate. This design was originally introduced in 1938, and while the coin's appearance may seem standard, it's what's inside the details that makes it special. The 1960 Monticello Jefferson Nickel is a part of the larger series of these nickels, which have been circulating for decades. But here's the catch: not all 1960 nickels are created equal. Now, what sets the 1960 nickel apart from others in the series is a rare minting error that makes certain versions incredibly valuable. This error is known as the reverse of 1960, or double die reverse error. A double die error occurs when a coin is struck twice with a misaligned die, causing the design to appear doubled in certain areas. On the 1960 Monticello nickel, the reverse of the coin, specifically the Monticello building, shows clear signs of doubling. The columns of Monticello, the steps, and other details will appear slightly shifted or repeated, creating a noticeable doubling effect. This error, though subtle, makes these coins much rarer and more valuable than their standard counterparts. So, what exactly should you be looking for to identify a 1960 Monticello nickel with this rare error? Here's a closer look at the key features to help you spot this treasure. 1. Doubling on the reverse. The most obvious feature of the double die reverse error is the doubling on the Monticello building. If you closely inspect the reverse of the coin, you'll notice that the steps and columns on Monticello appear slightly shifted or duplicated. This is caused by the misalignment of the minting die, resulting in a doubling effect on the design. 2. The mint mark. Just like any other nickel, the 1960 Monticello Jefferson nickel can have a mint mark indicating where it was struck, either Philadelphia, no mint mark, or Denver, D. Make sure to check the mint mark to help you determine if your coin is one of the rare ones. While the error can appear on any 1960 nickel, the Philadelphia variety is typically more valuable due to its rarity. 3. Condition of the coin. Like any collectible, condition matters. A well-preserved, uncirculated 1960 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the double die reverse error will be worth far more than a coin that has been heavily circulated or damaged. So, keep an eye out for coins that have sharp details and minimal wear. Now, why is this 1960 nickel error so valuable? The value stems from its rarity. Minting errors like the double die reverse are not common, and they make a coin stand out among millions of regular coins. The 1960 nickel with the double die reverse error is extremely scarce. Due to the high demand among collectors, these error coins have risen significantly in value. In fact, the price for a 1960 Monticello Jefferson nickel with this error can be astronomical. While a regular 1960 nickel might only be worth a few cents, one with the double die reverse error in excellent condition can be worth up to $57,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that originally only had a face value of 5 cents could be worth $57,000 if it has the right characteristics and error. This makes it one of the most valuable nickels in American coin history. So, how can you increase your chances of finding one of these ultra-rare nickels? Here are a few tips. 1. Inspect your 1960 nickels. If you have any 1960 nickels lying around, examine them carefully. Look closely at the reverse design and check for any doubling on Monticello. Use a magnifying glass or loupe for better detail, especially if the coin is worn. 2. Look for sharp features. The error is more prominent on coins in better condition. So, the next time you're going through your change or checking your coin collection, pay extra attention to the sharpness of the details. This could indicate that the coin is in error. 3. Get professional help. If you think you've found one of these rare coins, it might be worth getting it authenticated. A professional coin grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can help you determine if your coin is authentic and grade its condition. This will give you a clearer idea of its true value and can also help you sell it for top dollar. Before we wrap things up, I want to hear from you. Have you ever found a coin that was worth more than you thought? What was it, and how did you know it was valuable? Let us know in the comments below, and let's see who has discovered some amazing coins. To summarize, the 1960 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the double die reverse error is an ultra-rare and highly valuable coin. If you're lucky enough to find one, it could be worth as much as $57,000, a staggering amount for a coin that was originally worth just 5 cents. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable items in life are the ones we least expect. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on future coin tips and discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Number 5. Welcome to another exciting episode where we uncover the world of rare coins, and today, we have a truly special one to talk about, the 1957 Monticello Jefferson Nickel. This seemingly ordinary 5-cent piece has a hidden treasure that makes it incredibly valuable. Whether you're an experienced collector or just getting into the hobby, the 1957 nickel is one that you'll definitely want to know about, as it holds the potential for a big reward. Let's start with a little background. The 1957 Monticello Jefferson nickel is part of the series that has been circulating in the United States for decades, featuring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse, and Monticello, his estate in Virginia, on the reverse. This design was introduced in 1938 and has remained iconic in American coinage. However, what sets the 1957 nickel apart from the others in the series is a minting error that makes some examples of this coin extremely valuable. One of the key features that make the 1957 Monticello Jefferson nickel so desirable to collectors is the double die reverse error. This error occurs when the die used to stamp the design on the coin is misaligned and strikes the coin more than once. The result? You get a doubling effect on the reverse side of the coin, which can be seen in the details of Monticello and the columns. The doubling isn't always easy to spot with the naked eye, but it's one of the primary reasons why this coin is so valuable. So, let's break down the key features to help you identify if you've got one of these rare 1957 nickels with the double die reverse error. 1. Doubling on the reverse. The most obvious sign of the error is doubling on Monticello. If you carefully examine the reverse of the coin, especially the columns and steps of Monticello, you'll see that they appear slightly shifted or doubled. The doubling can also extend to the words surrounding the building, like E pluribus unum, and the date itself. This type of doubling is very distinct and can be spotted with a good magnifying glass or loupe. 2. Condition matters. Like all collectibles, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. A well-preserved or uncirculated 1957 nickel with the double die reverse error will fetch a much higher price than one that's been heavily circulated. If your coin shows signs of heavy wear, the doubling might not be as visible, which will reduce its value. However, a mint condition coin with the error could be worth quite a lot. 3. Mint mark and variants. While the 1957 nickel comes in two main variants, Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, mint mark, D, it's the Philadelphia version that tends to be rarer and more valuable when the double die reverse error is present. The 1957 D variety is also sought after but isn't as scarce as its Philadelphia counterpart. Be sure to check the mint mark on the coin to know exactly what you're dealing with. Now, let's talk about why the 1957 Monticello Jefferson nickel is so valuable. As mentioned earlier, the double die reverse error makes it incredibly rare. Minting errors like this one are not common, and the fact that this particular coin has been circulating for over 6 decades means there are only a limited number of error coins left in good condition. The demand for these coins is high, and collectors are always on the lookout for a well-preserved 1957 nickel with the error. The price of a 1957 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the double die reverse error can vary depending on several factors, including condition, rarity, and demand. While a typical 1957 nickel might only be worth a few cents, a well-preserved example of this error can be worth an astonishing $70,000. That's right, $70,000 for a coin that originally had a face value of just 5 cents. The combination of rarity, historical significance, and collector demand makes this coin one of the most valuable in the entire Jefferson nickel series. So, how can you increase your chances of spotting one of these ultra-rare nickels in your collection or in circulation? Here are a few tips to help you. 1. Examine your coins. The first step is to inspect any 1957 nickels you come across. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe to examine the reverse side closely. Pay special attention to the steps and columns of Monticello. Look for any doubling or shifting in the details. Even a slight doubling effect can indicate that you've got an error coin. 2. Check for sharp details. The double die reverse error is more visible in coins that have been well preserved. If you find a 1957 nickel that has sharp, clear details, it's worth taking the time to check for any signs of the doubling error. Coins with significant wear won't show the error as clearly, so focus on those in good condition. 3. Get it graded. If you believe you've found a rare 1957 nickel with the double die reverse error, consider getting it professionally graded. Services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can help you determine the coin's authenticity and grade. Getting your coin graded will help you understand its true value and ensure you're getting the best price if you decide to sell it. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you ever come across a rare coin in your collection or in circulation? What was it, and how did you spot it? Drop a comment below and share your coin hunting stories with us. We'd love to hear about your experiences. To recap, the 1957 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the double die reverse error is an ultra-rare and highly valuable coin that could be worth as much as $70,000. If you're lucky enough to find one, you're holding a treasure in your hands. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, knowing what to look for in this coin could lead to some incredible discoveries and potentially life-changing rewards. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another exciting coin discovery. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting!